I'm leaving Thursday. I
Where
just,
are we putting them at? I guess.
Good morning, everyone. We're going to commence with our Monday, October 9th, 2023 Wilson County Commissioners Court. Let's minutes reflect we have a quorum. Before we get started, we'll have Commissioner Martin lead us in a prayer, and then we'll have our pledges.
you bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we're honored to be in your presence today to discuss the business of Wilson County. Lord, and we just ask that you bless each and every one of us that are here today. Lord, and we ask that you be with our brothers and sisters in Israel today as they face terrorism from neighboring countries that don't believe the same way we do. And Father, we just thank you for the recent rain that you provided to us, and we just ask if it's in your heart that you'd give us some more. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Agenda item number 3, do we have anyone signed up for public comment?
Yes, sir, we have one.
Okay. Not sure what this is. Okay. We have Mr. Chris Thompson, ESD 1.
Good morning, Commissioners, Judge, thanks for having me today. I wanted to speak on behalf of the burn ban today. The first thing I want to say is this has been the best burn ban we've ever had in Wilson County as far as enforcement and limiting the number of burn permits issued. Because of that, fires were down. Because of that, our responses to illegal burning was down 78% over the same time last year. If you're issuing permits like they used to be issued, previous EMC, they were being issued 13, 14 a day. Now they're being issued 13 or 14 in 90 days. And when people see smoke, they start thinking, oh, I can go burn. Oh, it's burn ban's off. I can go burn. I can go burn. And you see smoke and it just starts carrying on. So I would ask that we continue the process of how we're doing it with the burn ban and limiting it to agriculture and only burns of necessity to help keep that down. As far as I think Cindy will address later, I'm okay with allowing the burn ban to expire. District 1's territory is pretty green right now, with the understanding that we got a lot of north winds coming, we got a lot of dry humidity coming that may have to be looked at again if y'all do take it off, maybe in the next 30 days or so. So thank you.
I may call you back up in a minute. Thank you. Is there anyone else for public comment? Agenda item number 4, we have certificates of completion and awards to be read in a minute. We have a certificate of achievement from Liliana Lopez, has completed the course of birth registrar certification course. A certificate of achievement certifying that Gail Ritchie has completed the course on fact clearinghouse. Both those be entered. Agenda item number 5, our extension activity reports. Anyone from AgriLife here? I see there's no one here. We'll move to number 6. We have Cindy Stafford, Emergency Management, discuss take action on extending or terminating the burn ban that was adopted on July 10th, 2023. You have the floor, ma'am.
Good morning. So of course, our burn ban does expire tomorrow. I've reached out to all the fire departments and it's been 50-50 because one side of the county's received more rain than the others. Poth wants it left in place. Three Oaks wants it left in place. District 1, of course, is fine with lifting it. District 2 was whatever the consensus was, and I did not hear from 5 or from Stockdale. So I believe we're kind of in a conundrum. Currently, our KDBI, and I understand that's not the sole basis of putting a burn ban in place, but our current KDBI is 668, sorry. Just to give you a reference, Bexar County is 634, Atascosa County is 553, Guadalupe County is 579, Gonzales 581, and Karnes is 635. So we are still the highest KDBI rate of any county around us. I do think the burn ban has been successful. I would think we should leave it in for at least another 30 days. There's nothing in the law that says we can't lift it and readdress it in 30 days, but there's still enough of the county that has not received enough adequate rain to really keep, moisture that top layer of fire that's out there. So that would be my suggestion, but we will enforce whatever y'all decide to put in place.
So, Ms. Stafford, so just, if we do extend it, we can still have our agricultural people come in for a burn permit as long as they do it within 48 hours, correct?
Yes, sir. And that's been working very well. We would leave everything in place the way it is, and it would go back in place for another 90 days if they're ag exempt, 10 acres or more for agricultural purposes, planting, harvesting crops for their, animals, whatever they're doing out there. They get a permit. I go out or my staff goes out. We take pictures of lats and longs, protect us liability-wise if something, they're burning on the front 40 acres and that's where the lat and longs come out and they end up burning on the back 40 acres. That's not what we permitted. We permitted, this specific location. I then make sure the fire chief has had a time to go out and look at it as well, and then I send it to all the commissioners, dispatch, sheriff's office. Everybody gets notice of what was permitted. So we will, I would suggest continuing that process. It's been very successful to this point.
But we get rain in one section of the county, you will at least consider a burn permit where, I know we don't get rain over the whole county, but if we wait to get rain over the whole county, we never will have any burn permits.
I did double check, and definitely Ms. Huron's the legal authority here, but when the county does a burn ban, it's countywide except for the cities. So there's no precinct exemptions. It's countywide or not countywide. If they're less than 10 acres, they're not ag, I would not be permitting them, no, sir. But if they're ag exempt, they come in, they do the process, they get a permit. So exactly, your area, has had tremendous amounts of rain. Our area, Kings area, I'm not sure how much you've had. Scott's area, we have had less than an inch, if I had to guess.
In that precinct where I live, just 3 miles down the road, they got 2.5 inches.
Yeah.
I got an inch. And I still would not burn on my property right now. It's dry.
Right.
So I'm trying to think about what's fair for everybody. We lifted one, where's the boundary line now? Where does it stop?
Well, it has to be countywide, and we probably should have reached out with Ms. Huron, but I reread it this morning. It's countywide, everything except for the cities. The cities can follow us, or the cities can do their own thing, but outside the city limits in unincorporated Wilson County, it's unanimous. So it's a catch-22, and I get it, because I talk to tons of people too, and I'm like, maybe the thing is to put it back into place for 90 days and hope that we all get more rain, and then we can lift it in 30 days. It doesn't say we have to leave it on for the full 90 days. It's just that way we're not readdressing it every 30 days. Pray to God we get the rain, and then we can lift it and everybody can,
Do we have to make it 90 days? Can we make it 30 days? And then revisit it that meeting?
can you make it 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
Address it in Commissioner Report again
Okay.
in the November or December meeting.
Yeah. And I want to tell the citizens that are listening, those that were frustrated because we wouldn't, they had to come in and get those permits, but we just heard testimony from the chief that it has worked, and we haven't had to respond to any major disasters caused by fire. And I think 30 days would be enough.
We do it to 30 days, that means just a week, end a week prior to our next meeting.
That'd be about right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to me, administratively, it's easier just to do the 90 days, and if we get enough rain and we can lift it, we'll lift it as soon as we can put it on an agenda. I mean, because we're always going to run into that timing of
Yes, sir.
when you get the rain, when we figure out if we're good enough or not, and when's the next court meeting, so.
And I do, like I said, the KDBI is not the sole base of what it is, that is still within what the governor would declare a fire hazard. So 668, normally when it hits 400, that's when I'm like going, okay, I need to get it to the commissioners, let y'all know this is where we're at, where we're going. Because once you hit 500, and the chief can correct me if I'm wrong, once you hit 500, that's when it's fire season. So, I mean, if we left it in 90 days, I am going to monitor it daily. And then, of course, once we get close to that 500, I can bring it back to you guys and say, listen, we're doing much better, heck, maybe doing worse. We don't know. God grants us the rain and we're all good. So we do need to get it lifted as soon as possible because people do need to start planting and harvesting. But it needs to be done safely. I did monitor this past weekend with the rains that we've had. Just this past weekend, we had over 15 types of burn violation calls because it was like, oh, it's wet. We got a couple of inches of rain. Let's burn. So our fire departments this past weekend had more fire calls than they did in the past month. And that doesn't have a lot to do with the burn ban, but it just tells you the mentality of people. This is my property. I'm going to burn. But most people have been very safe about it. Even our ags, we haven't had too many people call and complain that I have said, no, you're not getting a permit. Everybody's been, on the whole, very cooperative, so.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion that's kind of a broad statement here, so you may have to narrow it down. It doesn't say anything about 30, so days. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to extend the burn ban for another 90 days.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner King. Is there any discussion? So are we going to do it for 90 or 30?
I said 90.
90.
Okay,
90 was
all right,
the motion.
90 days. Then we can revisit that, correct?
Right, yeah, we can revisit, whenever she comes back and says it's safe to take it off, we can come back and take it off.
I will do that.
All right. Commissioners, any other discussion? If not, call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? The ayes have it. Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 7, discuss and take action on resolution for Office of the Governor Grant number 4385202, Operation Lone Star. Mr. Vivian, you want me to read that resolution?
Yes.
Okay. So this is for our border security operations that the sheriff is heavily involved in with our department here. So I'm going to read the resolution. Resolution of the County of Wilson authorizing the filing of grant application with the Office of the Governor, Public Safety Office, Homeland Security Division for an Operation Lone Star grant authorizing Henry Whitman Jr., County Judge, to act on behalf of the County of Wilson in all matters related to the application and pledging that if a grant is received, the County of Wilson will comply with the grant requirements of the Office of the Governor, Public Safety Office, Homeland Security Division, and the State of Texas. Whereas the Office of the Governor, Public Safety Office, Homeland Security Division administers Operation Lone Star Border Security Program for the State of Texas, which provides grant funding for projects that promote investigating, trafficking, and apprehension of persons involved in border-related incidents with the overall goal of reducing said incidents and securing the border of Texas. And whereas the County of Wilson in the State of Texas is qualified to apply for grant funds under the request for applications. Now, therefore, it be resolved by the County of Wilson located in Floresville, Texas. 1, that Henry Whitman Jr., County Judge, is authorized to request grant funding under the Operation Lone Star Border Security Program and the Office of the Governor of Texas Public Safety Office, Homeland Security Division, and act on behalf of the County of Wilson in all matters related to the grant application and any subsequent grant contract and grant project that may result. That if the project is funded, the County of Wilson will comply with the grant requirements of the Office of the Governor, Public Safety Office, Homeland Security Division, and the State of Texas. That the County of Wilson agrees to provide applicable matching funds for the said project if required by Operation Lone Star Security Program. The grant funds and any grant-funded equipment or facilities will be used only for purposes which they are intended under the grant. The activities will comply with and support the promotion of public safety, reduce crime, and improve border security issues for the geographical area in which the activities are performed. That in the event of loss or misuse of the Office of Governor funds, the County of Wilson assumes that the funds will be returned to the Office of the Governor in full. passed and approved by the Commissioners Court of Wilson County in Floresville, Texas, on the 9th day of October 2023. I'll entertain a motion then.
Motion that we accept the resolution as read.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Aiken, second by Commissioner Paradola. Is there any discussion? I'd like to invite the sheriff up just for a quick, so that the public knows exactly what these funds are for. I'm familiar with these funds because it was called Border Star, and it was under my division at DPS, so I know fully well what the funds do. Sheriff, can you tell the public what we do with those funds?
Right now, what we do with those funds are supporting 2 officers in this county. Both of them are basically criminal interdiction officers, and they target nothing but narcotics and human smuggling, trafficking, any other major criminal offense that may come across the border. And they've done a real good job of it, and they have definitely supplied assistance to the county as well in our local stuff in part of this.
Have we had to use any match funds for this?
No, there haven't been no matching funds.
Okay, all right. All right, so thank you. Any other questions, the sheriff? Okay. All right, I'll call for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Ayes have it. Thank you. Agenda item number 8, discuss and approve 2024 Wilson County Resolution on Indigent Defense Grant Program. Let's see if I can find it. And I think there's no one here from that program, so let me see if I can read this proclamation. All right, 2024 Wilson County Resolution Indigent Defense Grant Program, whereas under the provisions of the Texas Government Code Section 79.037 and Texas Administrative Code Chapter 173, counties are eligible to receive grants from the Texas Indigent Defense Commission to provide improvements in indigent defense services in the county. And whereas this grant will assist the county in the implementation and the improvement of indigent criminal defense services in this county. And whereas Wilson County Commissioners Court has agreed that in the event of loss or misuse of the funds, Wilson County Commissioners assures that the funds will be returned in full to the Texas Indigent Defense Commission. Now therefore be it resolved and ordered that the county judge of this county is designated as the authorized official to apply for, accept, decline, modify, or cancel the grant application for the Indigent Defense Formula Grant Program and all necessary documents to accept said grant. And be it further resolved that the county auditor is designated as the financial officer of this grant. Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the Wilson County Indigent Defense Grant Program for 2024.
Second.
Close tie. Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner King. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, a call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, the ayes have it, motion passes. Agenda item number 9. Discuss and possible action to add Gary Williams to the ARPA committee, and that would be Commissioner Aiken, precinct number 4. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Judge. So Gary holds a Master of Science in Nursing Administration, has his BSN, has his CRNA. He served in the United States Navy, the Naval Reserves, and completed the Air Force training for his CRNA education plan. He received an honorable discharge from the service. Gary brings several decades of managerial experience to the committee, and he's worked in some of the largest hospital systems in the great state of Texas. And Gary currently serves as the CNO of Conley Memorial Medical Center. He is unable to attend this at this time because they are evidently doing a technology migration out at the hospital, and he was required to be there for that. But I feel like he's an excellent candidate who knows the needs of Wilson County and will represent the county well in this endeavor.
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 9.
I make the motion.
All right.
Second?
Motion made by Commissioner Aiken, seconded by Commissioner Martin. Any other discussion on agenda item number 9? Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, the ayes have it, motion passes. We move to agenda item number 10. The AIR Addicts in Recovery, discuss and take action on a proclamation for Substance Use Awareness Month. I think we have some committee members here who want to read that proclamation. When y'all come up, please state your name for the recording.
I am Robert Tejada.
Stephanie Tejada.
Proclamation, Substance Use Awareness Month, supporting the designation of October 2023 as Substance Use Awareness Month. October has been declared Substance Use Awareness Month. The theme for Substance Use Awareness Month in 2023 is Hope is Real, Recovery is Real. Whereas there are more than 21 million people in the United States who are in recovery. An estimated 107,081 Americans died of drug overdose in 2022, an increase of more than 29% from 2021. A Centers for Disease Control and Prevention survey indicated that 13% of adults started or increased substance use in the first few months of the pandemic to cope with stress related to COVID-19. Whereas access to in-person substance use disorder treatment services was reduced due to COVID-19 physical distancing practices, preventing individuals from accessing treatment and harm reduction services, and increasing the risk of overdose and death. Drug overdose is now the leading cause of death for individuals in the United States under age 50. All levels of government, along with partners from the nonprofit and private sector, are collectively mobilizing to address this crisis impacting families across the country. The Department of Health and Human Services, including the National Institutes of Health, the National Institute on Drug Abuse, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, and the Health Resources and Services Administration, along with the Office of National Drug Control Policy, and numerous other government agencies have supported the work being done on the ground in the states and local communities. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse publication, Principles of Effective Treatment, every dollar invested in treatment for addiction yields a return of $4 to $7 in reduced drug-related crime and costs. And whereas the substance use disorder is a chronic disease for which there are effective community-based prevention, treatment, and recovery programs, strategies, and activities now therefore be it. Wilson County supports the 2023 Substance Use Awareness Month theme, Hope is Real, Recovery is Real, by promoting the possibility of recovery from substance use disorders in this and every month. Recognizing the importance of education on and prevention of substance use disorders and the critical importance and effectiveness of treatment and recovery services for substance use disorder. Applauding the countless national, state, and local community organizations for their work on recovery issues, and honoring and celebrating the achievements of the more than 21 million people in the United States who are now recovering. The many healthcare professionals and peers who help others engage in their own journey into recovery, and the tens of millions of recovery allies who support these people. The Recovery Community Organization, RCOs, and providers who continue to support recovery, support services, and the work done to combat pervasive stigma associated with the treatment and recovery.
Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion on agenda item number 10.
I'll make a motion to accept the proclamation for Substance Abuse Awareness Month.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner King. Is there any discussion? Robbie, you and Stephanie have done an outstanding job. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Very good job in this community. There's more help coming, and to everybody at Camino Real, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
There is more help coming. We support you.
Thank you.
We vote?
Any other, no, we're fixing to.
Okay.
I get to call you down one time. He's always reminded me. All right, there's no other discussion. We'll call for the vote. I'm sorry.
Get a picture.
Oh, absolutely. Let's call for the vote, and we'll be up there. All right. Call for the vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Motion passes. Thank you. We're going to go and take a picture right quick. Okay, very good.
They're all walking away, like, do we ever vote?
What are you gonna do? They're gonna go back here. They're doing it over there, wherever they wanna go. You're gonna take one of them? You wanna just hold it?
Thank you for all y'all do.
Sorry, Stephanie. They're still signing, so I'll get you the second.
Really?
Just give you a card.
See that? What did you do?
We now move to agenda item number 11. Our County Sheriff, Jim Stewart's going to give us a progress report.
Judge, I don't have anything at this time unless, of course,
Okay. We'll move to agenda item number 12, Tammy Burleson, Permitting and Development Director, and we'll start with 12A Pipeline Crossing. Number 1, Permit 150, EVX Eagle Ford, Precinct 2, County Road 242, review and approve.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The first thing we have is the EVX saltwater line. It's going across County Road 242 in Precinct 2. They're going to be laying an 8-foot standard dimension ratio pipeline with a 12-inch steel casing across County Road 242, close to FM 541 West for the hydrolateral site. This is going to be a horizontal drill with a minimum of 10-inch depth and should be completed by the end of the month.
I'll make a motion to approve this permit, number 150 for EVX Eagle Ford off County Road 242.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner King, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. Do we have any other discussion regarding agenda item number 12A1? Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those against, the ayes have it, motion passes. We move to 12B. Utility permits. We're going to do all three of them because they're all precinct 3. Permit 749, SSWSC Precinct 3, County Road 343. Permit 750, SSWSC Precinct 3, Honeysuckle Lane. And number 3, Permit 751, SSWSC Precinct 3, Rolling Hills Drive. Ma'am.
Okay, so on permit number 749 on County Road 343, Sutherland Springs Water is proposing a 2-inch PVC casing with a 1-inch service line approximately 2,000 feet north of C Road. This will provide water service to a new meter located at 444 County Road 343 in Sutherland Springs.
Okay, I motion that we approve permit number 749, permit number 750, and permit number 751, all in precinct 3.
Second.
All right, motion made by Commissioner Perdola, seconded by Commissioner King. Is there any other discussion regarding 12B, 1, 2, and 3, permit 749, 750, and 751? Hearing none, the floor calls for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, the ayes have it. Motion carries. We move now to 12C, subdivision Rancho Del Rey, number 1, review and approve final plat, discuss and take action.
Rancho Del Rey is located east of FM 2505 off of FM 536. It has a total of 6 lots with a minimum acreage of 1.63 acres going up to 3.15 acres. It has received a favorable approval from both KCI and the Wilson County Development Review Committee.
Didn't we, did we approve a preliminary plat for these guys all back?
Will we do the, no.
No? Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the final plat for Rancho Del Rey.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner King. We have any other discussion on 12C1? Hear none, call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, ayes have it, motion passes. We move to agenda item number 13. We have Genevieve Martinez, our county clerk, discuss and take action on Commissioner Court meeting.
Minutes have been reviewed by the county attorney and the county judge.
I think they're gonna-
All right, Commissioners, I'll entertain motion for agenda item number 13 on Commissioner Court minutes, court minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the Commissioners Court meeting minutes for September 11th, 12th, and 25th, 2023.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner King. We have any other discussion regarding agenda item number 13? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those against? Ayes have it, motion passes. We move to agenda item number 14. I think we're going to pass that. Ms. Bodiford is out. Are you going to do it for her? Okay. Mr. Trevino, you have the floor for Ms. Bodiford.
Catherine Cook was hired as a corrections officer for the Sheriff's Department, making $18.93 an hour or $41,346.40 annually, effective October 5th, 2023. Geneva Lopez was hired as a corrections officer for the Sheriff's Department, making $18.93 an hour or $41,346.40 annually, effective September 27th, 2023. Gabriella Cantu was hired as a corrections officer for the Sheriff's Department, making $18.93 an hour or $41,346.40 annually, effective September 27th, 2023. Dwayne Mercer was hired as an investigator for the County Attorney's Office, making $24.95 an hour or $51,905 annually, effective October 2nd, 2023. Eddie Ramos was hired as a road hand for Precinct 3, making $19 an hour or $39,520 annually, effective September 25th, 2023. Abel Rangel was terminated from his position as road hand for Precinct 4, effective September 27th, 2023. And Jamie Hill resigned from his position as a corrections officer with the Sheriff's Department, effective September 29th, 2023.
Thank you. Now we move to agenda item number 15. Again, Ms. Trevino, County Auditor, discuss and take action on county bills.
I have a total amount of county bills that have been reviewed and approved in the amount of $798,843.61.
Make it easy on you.
And you're gonna start seeing some of the bigger bills over the next couple of courts because our annual premiums are due for insurance and things like that, so, since our new fiscal year began.
I'll make a motion to approve the bills in the amount of $798,843.61.
Second.
Who's the second? Commissioner Aiken? Okay. Motion made by Commissioner Martin, seconded by Commissioner Aiken to take action on the county bills, except in action item number 15. Is there any other discussion? I had one. Do we resolve the issue with our uniform people that provides? I mean, I was looking at the bills on there Friday.
Well, I haven't brought the subject back up to Commissioners
That's the only thing I had a question on when I saw it Friday, so,
We're still paying the old prices, not the
okay. All right, Commissioners, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against, motion passes. We now will entertain a motion for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Commissioner King, second by Commissioner Martin. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those against, ayes have it. We are now adjourned.